Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome to part one of a new mini series. I guess I haven't decided exactly what I want to call it, but as you can see from the title, Jack of all trades, Game Master of none. They say after about 10,000 hours of doing the same thing, you're technically a master. Well, I don't know if that's true for me, but maybe it is for you. Now, I've been alive almost 500,000 hours, so surely I'm a master of something besides sleeping. I've done a lot of things in my life. I've played a lot of games, but I've done a lot of other things outside the gaming world. And you guys have seen me on various channels, and you probably all know some of my other interests. And it occurred to me the other day when I was talking to Mr. Max and Omen as well. We all have, or at least the three of us have, something in our possession. You know what these are, you know what they are. And it's just one of those skills that I've learned that help inform my games. It helped me be a better gamer, whether it's a player or a DM. There's so many things that we do in our game, or excuse me, our life outside of the game that help us be better game masters or players. And I want to remind you guys out there, there's a whole lot of things that you bring to the table, whether you're a player or a game master, that probably go unnoticed to you. And maybe this video will help you focus on doing some of those other things, getting outside the game and doing like real world things that will help you be a better player, for brevity's sake, instead of going back and forth between the two. This last year, I've been more of an actual player. I've had the luxury and the blessing of being able to go back to the table and sit on the other side of the old GM screen and get a taste of what it's like to actually be a player. So many of us eternal GMs could really benefit from giving up the driver's seat, getting on the other side of the screen, rolling the dice, and not being in control. For me, it's really helped me see how the other side lives and plays, and I'm going to keep doing that for a little while longer before I go back to dungeon mastering, because I don't really think that anyone is a true master until you've, published a book, got paid to do what it is you do. I mean, there's some people out there that we know that do get paid to play, and I did get paid to play for a good many years, first getting into the hobby, which was actually one of the best experiences I was able to have when it comes to this hobby. It allowed me to game master for hundreds, if not thousands of people, almost like speed dating style. I GM for this group, and they'd take off. I GM for another group until it was time to go home. And I did that every day for 3 years, something like that. I mean, I literally would go home, shower, sleep, and come right back during summer vacation. After school, I would go right there instead of going home until, just about the street lights came on, having late dinners. And my parents, not being able to get a hold of me because it was before cell phones. And, I had to reassure them that it's cool, I'm safe. I'm around a bunch of, good people, mostly grown-ups, mostly people my own age now. The players that I GM'd for at 14, 15, 16, 17 were sometimes twice, 3, 4 times my age. And they kept coming back for the campaigns that I ran and the games that I ran. But it was a lot of the things outside of the books and the gaming table that helped me be a better player. The hiking, the survivalist training, the time at the range, the time at the gun shows, the times at the swap meet, the outdoor activities, the fencing, the martial arts, all the different things that I studied really added to the ability to be a game master. I was having a discussion with someone, and They were trying to convince me that you don't really need to know how to use these to be able to dungeon master for someone. But you know what? Knowing how to use these allows me to narrate that particular skill for the players and to come up with the traps and the difficulties and all those different things because of the knowledge of the real world applications. Just like first aid and things like that, I'm going to have a couple of people on the show later who are what I would consider to be experts in parts of the medical field, and I'm not going to have any brain surgeons on because God knows there's none of those amongst us. Sorry, guys. But I really want to basically just remind you guys that you have a whole lot of skills that you bring to the table, whether it be a player or a DM, and I don't see any problem with using those skills on either side of the DM screen. I know some people say that's meta, but you can't turn yourself off. You can try as hard as you want, but you're always going to bring yourself to your character or to your dungeon as a GM. Use those skills, and spring's about to pop on us any day now. A couple weeks, but depending on your area, your mileage may vary. Go out there and do some other things that might help you. Like I was talking before, go out there and hike. Hiking and getting into the great outdoors is one of the best things you can do for being able to describe your wilderness settings. Having been there, you can use your own memories and use them to help with your narrations and even using your imagination while you're out there. It's like, what would it be like if, orcs popped out from behind those trees, that kind of thing. Go out there and do the things that will make your game better, besides just sticking your head in a book, because that just doesn't, for me, cut it. It's not enough. And I hope you guys will take this to heart and get out there and do some real stuff. Have a great spring. Have a greater summer. And until next time, happy trails.